Ladies and gentlemen, we are live.
All right.
Um, would you like to handle, go ahead and do the feedback for people now?
Feedback.
Since it's
Yes.
like our
Hold on.
first agenda item
Yeah,
that
yeah,
we
yeah. I'm
didn't
trying
get to
to.
do.
No, I agree. I'm trying to pull up your stream because for some reason my followed channels are not like showing on Twitch. It's a little weird. It's not that big of a deal. Who cares? I'll go back to there. Yes. Let me go to. Let me click that sort link you sent because that was super nice. It made it real easy.
See if I can find that guys from last night.
There it goes.
Man, there's a lot of people participating in this.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
It's a genius marketing strategy from Build Space.
Absolutely genius. All right, I'm going to tackle the one from Calix Twang.
I'm going to find that guys from last night that I was trying to reply to.
Do it. All right, I'm going to do this guy real quick.
We got to figure out how to get our screens side by side.
Yes, we do.
So you want to just leave our feedback real quick, and then you can kind of share the feedback you left with your screen, and then I'll share mine. Okay, cool. Or actually, mine will be shared inherently since I'm sharing my screen. So I'll just.
That's true. And then what I'll do is I'll send you links. I'll just to save even having to switch over, I'll send you links to my replies. You can just pull them up on yours.
I already have your screen.
I don't have it shared.
Oh, I see. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, we'll do it. This will be easier way to do it. You're using Twitter on light mode, you mad lad?
Dark mode is too mainstream. I think I told you that last time you mentioned the light mode. I was like, I'm like core personality trait is I'm a contrarian.
Right.
Okay, I feel like I've probably passed it by now. Oh, nope, there he is. All right.
All right, I just did one.
All right. Oh, he's got the crypto eyes. Platform to simplify services. I don't feel like this is a good, like, I get it once I read the description, but this, like, headline could be stronger. I feel like this headline is weak. A platform to simplify services. You could say the same thing about ours, though. It's like, well, what's a business that builds businesses? That's kind of a weak headline, too, to be honest.
That's fair. That's fair.
App
All right, I've done
development
two now.
pain points, interactive listening boost songs, keep fans hooked. To fans.
All right, I've done two, JC.
Cool. Your AI language partner. growth engine for communities. Match to build and learn. Put your daily book quotes into a perfect Instagram story. Well, this is cool.
All right, I've done 3.
This is relevant to
You
learn,
do the other 2.
share, and discover the best resources in e-learning.
There we go. Your stream is up for me now. That sounds nice.
Maybe you can get on the ground floor and, we'll invest $1,000 to always be at the top of your list. People-powered healthcare. Tribe is the world's first community-owned healthcare network. Okay. Anonymous workplace social network. I feel like this exists already. I can't remember the name of it though. Platform to meet people working on some skill as you. This is sort of similar to what we're doing. Creatives and techies shipping real projects in 2 weeks, 2-week sprints.
Nice.
I think this is a cool idea. Well, that's cool.
That's pretty cool.
Uh, I like this too, although I wanted to do something similar like in 2021 and I just couldn't bring myself to do it because it was it just feels icky. Just feels icky doing robocalling.
Yeah, it does.
Like,
I could not agree more.
but you can also make a ton of money doing it.
We just need. How many have you done?
This is number 3.
Oh, I did 3 as well. After this one, we're good. We did 1 extra.
Oh, I love this. Yes, I want this. All right, I think I did 5. You did 3. You did 5 too.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
I did 3.
I like still scrolling through because I'm just interested. But
Yeah.
all right. Well, the audience already saw mine. Let's switch over to
Nice.
let's see. Actually, I could probably just go to your Twitter and look at your
Yep.
replies.
By the way, in 10 minutes, I got to hop off the stream temporarily to go to the Learn team call.
Why don't they just join us here and we'll hold it here?
That'd be hilarious. Add them all to the collab thing.
Oh no, they just hop on the stream.
All right, everybody, write your updates in the chat.
If you have something to say it in the chat. Otherwise, we'll see you next week.
Yeah.
I'm a great troop rallier. All right, trade tokens of your favorite. They didn't spell favorite right. No,
They spelled it. They spelled it British.
I know. I'm kidding. Trade
Which
tokens
means
of
it's
your
wrong.
favorite company shares. Yes, it's wrong. I guess the Brits also put their apostrophes backwards. Is that a thing?
Yes. No, that's weird. I don't know how he even did that. I literally don't know how to do that.
That must just be Figma. Allows people to trade tokens that represent stocks, making it easier to invest in foreign stock markets.
So it just so happens I have direct relevant subject matter expertise on this. I tried to do this exactly to the T in Prospera because I was like, hey, we have our own financial regulatory system. Why don't we do this? And we avoid all the problems of the U.S. regulatory system making this illegal. The problem is the U.S. is world hegemon. And when you're world hegemon, you get some privileges no one else gets, like your Securities and Exchange Commission being ruled by the Supreme Court to have something called extraterritorial jurisdiction. What that means is the SEC can find and punish anyone who violates SEC restrictions on equities and financial instruments in any other jurisdiction in the world. So the only way you can do this is if no Americans, and you have to be very stringent about this, No Americans can visit the site. No Americans can invest on the site. You cannot have an American on your company board or involved in your company at all. And you cannot touch any US equities, because the test is very simple. It's called the Howey test. The second that you have a reasonable, this is a legal term, reasonable expectation of profit from the efforts of others, which this obviously would represent, and you have a US nexus, then it is instantly illegal by the SEC and a felony. And you might think to yourself, oh, well, that's not a big deal. I'll just do it in Hong Kong or something. And like, what's the SEC going to do? A guy did this, a different project, but it was a crypto exchange out of Hong Kong in 2019. And it was quite a successful exchange. It grew pretty quickly to a multi-billion-dollar volume. And he got extradited from Hong Kong by the SEC and arrested there. They raided his office and whole 9 yards because he did not have strong enough, what the SEC said, strong enough IP protection against US people visiting and investing on the platform. He IP blocked any US addresses, but it was super easy to get around with a VPN. And because of that, he put in the effort, but because it was easy to get around with a VPN, the SEC arrested him and charged him with a bunch of felony counts for violating securities laws. So, like, this is no joke. It's very, very, very hard to do in a way that doesn't involve the US. And then the double-edged sword there is like, okay, say you do somehow set this up where you totally block any US nexus, this is a legal term. It then is restricted from the entire US capital markets, which are several orders of magnitude larger than any other capital markets on earth. And you still have to deal with the regulatory environment of whatever country the stocks are that you're tokenizing are traded in. So it's just very hard to do. And then you start having these weird, also just at a business model perspective, I didn't even put this in there, but at a business model perspective, you run into really bad arbitrage issues. Because if your token gets disjunctured from the actual stock price on the real stock market, massive and easy arbitrage opportunity there. And it is very hard to make it anchor perfectly, because if it anchors perfectly, then your order book is messed up. So like there's just a catch-22 there. Obviously, I literally tried to do this, so I had very direct subject matter experience on this.
Does Prospero have extradition agreements with the U.S.?
Honduras does, yes.
Or they do. Why don't you just move somewhere that doesn't have extradition agreements and renounce your citizenship and do it? There you go.
Yeah, good luck with that. It's so hard to renounce your citizenship, and then even then you're still stuck with the whole problem of not having access to the world's largest financial markets.
Well, what if you so you can't have access to the markets and just live in a place that has no extradition?
You can, but then what they're going to do is put a ton of effort into stopping whatever the mechanism is that you're using to connect to U.S. investors. So instead, if they can't extradite you, then they'll kneecap you. The SEC hates crypto with a passion. There's this thing going on right now called Operation Choke Point 2.0, where the SEC and the FDIC and a few other financial regulators are completely extrajudicially, by the way, this is illegal, but they're just putting in a ton of effort to destroy any crypto businesses or anyone that facilitates crypto business. So if you remember a month or two ago when Silicon Valley Bank and Signature Bank went under, the Signature Bank was completely solvent. It was fine. The FDIC unilaterally shut down Signature Bank because they were banking crypto companies, and they said as much.
Yeah.
They said they wanted to send a signal to companies working with crypto. So it's just a nightmare. The U.S. is just terrible on this. Terrible.
It's for your protection, Trey.
That's right.
We are protecting the average American. Learn language with personally on a teacher. Select the language level and topic learn practice. AI teacher will train you to chat. That's pretty cool. Especially if they can hook it into audio. Where I can just talk to my AI back and forth in another language, and it can be like it can like make real-time corrections of like, you sort of said that correctly, but what you actually said is like kind of weird, and this is how you should say it. Like, but they can tell me that in my native language.
Right. The point that would be great, actually. The point I was making here is that they're going to have to do a lot of pre-prompting work, because otherwise, if this is just a straight GPT plugin, basically, then the user is going to have to figure out how to prompt GPT to give it a good curriculum for beginning a new language. So my feedback here was like, you should definitely, like in your app, in your website, whatever, when you click on like one of the languages, it takes you to a pre-prompted version of GPT that is pre-prompted for a beginner curriculum in that language. Otherwise, the user is going to have to figure out how to prompt GPT to give it a curriculum that works.
Well, they might be using an entirely different approach than GPT, right?
Everyone's building on GPT right now. It's the best model by far. Like there's no other. I was just reading a Twitter thread about this. This guy that I follow that is building an AI company hates OpenAI and GPT with a passion, but it's like just the best one out there, so he has to use it.
Yeah, this is going to be a hard one, to be honest. Like, yeah, I unless you're just, I guess it depends on like how you're going to train the model. Like, because if you're just basically using whatever GPT generates, like I wouldn't trust that code in production.
Mm-hmm. That was the
Cool.
exact point I was making. Literally the exact point I made. It's like, yeah, this is we have played around with GPT enough in Learn Arena, trying to use its code to know that it's buggy.
Yeah,
All right,
or if
I am
it's
going
not buggy,
to.
it's just weird. Like it's not optimized. It's just like a bunch. It very obviously consumed all of the content from a bunch of junior developers who just put out tutorials for a living.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly right. All right, I'm going to drop to go do the Learn core team call. I'll come back at this link in 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, I'm just gonna kill the stream and or actually now I'll work on something else to your back. All right.
All right, sounds good. Be back.
All right. How do I do a marker? Can I do a marker from Streamlabs? I don't think I can. I think I have to go to Twitch. All right. Do that and that. Okay. And can I do marker? Where is that? All right, cool. So our tray is gone. I'm going to kind of spec out something else that I'm working on at the moment. So there's, I want to sell my truck is where this idea started, and um, I like the old school approach of you know like throw a for sale sign on the truck with your number on it, and you get calls. And I'm sure that that still works because I still see that around town. You know, you still see cars for sale every now and then, stuff like that. But I think what I want to work on is kind of modernizing that flow a little bit. And I started thinking about like, well, what if I could have like a for sale poster or something on the car, sticker, something, magnet, whatever, and a QR code that people can point their phone at, and then they can see all the details about the truck, like see all the like have basically all their basically an FAQ about the truck, like things that people keep asking, stuff like that. Obviously, get in contact with me. Be sick if they could just also just purchase the thing literally on the page if they wanted to, but like that's obviously a bigger lift. But that kind of got me thinking, like, well, what if you could just like do that with anything? Like, kind of, you just want to sell a one-off product, um, or you just have like a little street shop where you have like a few different products and stuff. And there Square is out there, obviously. You got Venmo, like you got ways that people do this all the time. But I was wondering if there was like anything seamless where like I can um, very very quickly, like ideally right now, if I can go to a site, pay a few bucks, and 5 minutes later I have a web page with all the details of my truck on it, ways how to contact me, like all the stuff, and it actually looks good. Um, and then I can print the QR code and or hit a button and have like a bigger, like more like weatherproof type poster or something, or magnet or something like shipped to me that's got my code on it that I could just slap on the truck for sale or adhere to like tape to the truck, whatever. That'd be pretty sick. So I started thinking some more about this. Started thinking, I took some notes yesterday. Um, if you could, um, like in the future, if you have like a way for the parties to like chat on the platform, to kind of, you know, as much as you can facilitate the transaction on the platform, make it easy, and maybe even provide some sort of safety mechanisms to that, like where it's a little bit better than like just connecting with somebody over text message that you met on Craigslist or something. Um, and I mean, I guess it's not quite as good as like Facebook Marketplace, where you would have people who like you can actually click on their profile and make sure that they actually have friends and they live in your area and they have pictures of normal looking pictures and stuff, like where you can kind of at least make a fairly safe assumption this is a real person I'm going to meet up with, to transact with or whatever. But if you could like add in some safety features, keep the communication as much as possible on the platform, that'd be good. Um, if you actually handle the payments, that would be huge. Especially if people could just like kind of two-way, like they can wire up their credit cards if they ever want to like purchase something through the platform. They could also wire up their bank account to receive payment payouts whenever they actually do sell something. I could see like having your own landing page where you have like you can get QR codes of like little signs, little tabletop banners or posters, whatever, that have your code on it that like links to like your kind of profile store that shows all the different things you do have for sale. So like if somebody's just kind of cleaning out their garage even and they just like want to sell a bunch of stuff, like they could generate a code for that, share it social media, or they could even like leave a few codes, like share them with their friends. I have no idea. Like I haven't thought that far ahead, but the idea being like I could land on your profile and see like these things that you have for sale right now. Um, or like there's people that do like they empty their closet and they're like selling stuff in their closet and stuff like that. Yeah, I could see it being used like that. Um, there is, um, let's see, there's a way that, or there could be an interesting, like you could start making this almost a marketplace where you could also, as just a person in the zip code, I could say, um, I want to know when items that match certain criteria or certain filters go online, or are up for sale, right? Like almost like taking Craigslist, but like reversing it, um, to where like I get notified of just the specific things I want that match my criteria. Um, because you know, first off, like just looking through things all the time gets old. And sometimes it's like it's just annoying. Like depending on what kind of category you're looking for things for sale in, like this is especially true in like real estate. Like periodically, I just look for like office spaces and stuff like that just to see like what's available in the area. Or sometimes I'll look even for like residential for rent just to see what things are renting for. But when you look in the commercial real estate section of Craigslist, there's so much spam from these like co-working spaces, so much like multiple times a day spamming their like links to their websites or whatever their post their phone number to call and all that. And it's so annoying because there's really no great way to filter that out. Um, there's not like advanced filters where you could say like, don't show me anything from accounts that post more than twice a day or something like that. So like, if you could make a way for to kind of build out a robust filtering system, and then say like, just shoot me a text message whenever an item that matches these criteria um, emerges in my zip code or within a radius of my zip code. Um, I think that'd be pretty powerful. You can kind of do this through Facebook Marketplace already, but like first off, that requires a Facebook account. Um, and so like just if you don't want to have to go through Facebook, just having an alternative is cool. And then making it the trying to like Facebook's also obviously trying to like get you to stay on Facebook, and they're gonna you're hit with notifications for other stuff and all that. So it's like they're trying to take your time more than just buy or sell something. Like Facebook Marketplace is just one part of a whole. So being able to do stuff like off Facebook um, on a simpler platform that's not trying to steal your attention any more than it has to just help you sell your thing or help you buy the thing you want. I think that would be helpful. Um, and like it's almost peer to peer. It's like trying to keep it as close to peer to peer as you can, but also make it convenient and make it at least semi safe. Maybe somewhere between Craigslist and Facebook level of safety. Um, and another application I thought of for this would actually be in real estate itself. Like, what if you could put a QR code up on a for sale sign outside your house? And I, as a buyer, I could say, tell me, shoot me a text message anytime someone lists their house, that's 3 bedroom, 2 bath under $300,000 into zip code. Um, like you could maybe apply this in different niches too. The transaction itself would be very difficult to do, or maybe impossible to do on the platform. But yeah, these are just ideas I had, like just sitting down yesterday, jotting down some like stream of consciousness ideas about it. But to start with, what I want to build is just um, I'm going to build the dumbest version of this, which is just a literal website just for my truck to sell my truck. And I'm going to generate a QR code for it. I am going to uh, put like some sort of plastic wrap or cellophane or something around that QR code. And I'm going to tape it to one of those old school for sale signs that I can just get at Walmart. And I'm going to put that on my truck and just see what happens. Try to collect a little bit of analytics about like how many views my page got. Keep track of like um, how qualified the buyers actually were, stuff like that. Because I have some data from Facebook now. Like I've listed my truck there for a while, um, but I'd like to see how this works. And also, it's just more visibility. It's like not everybody's on Facebook or just looking for trucks on Facebook. So the fact that I'm out driving in town every day, I go into the gym, go to jiu-jitsu, whatever, like just being able to slap a for sale sign on the side of my truck, I think inherently gives me a lot more eyeballs. So what I'm kind of thinking here is, actually, does this desk view work? I want to see if this desk view on my camera works. How would you get and grow a user base? That's a great question. I haven't thought that much about that. I would have to think about where are some good like where's a good place to start, or where's like 2 to 3 kind of niches that I could expose this to. One quick one that I know I can instantly get this into like a few dozen people's hands to try out if I actually build a platform to do this, is the ladies at my church, because they currently just have a group me that they use where like all the women in the church are in this group me, and they just like post stuff in there of like selling this X dollars, whatever, and then they repost when it's sold. And outside of that, they just like text each other or whatever. It's like saying I want it or whatever. It's like I could give them all a way to um, like maybe even like you could in that context you could even like have this idea of friends or connections on the platform so like all of them could connect with each other, and then when any of them post something for sale, like they all just get the notification saying this is for sale. And like we could facilitate the transaction too, because that's the other thing is like they have to coordinate. You know, they like go Venmo or they like have to bring cash or whatever. Or some people don't have Venmo, some people don't have Cash App, some people have Apple Pay. Like they have to coordinate that kind of stuff. And it's not that they can't do that; they're doing it. But if I can like make that a little bit easier, that would be like one really easy niche that I have easy access to get like some instant feedback on the product. Um, Beyond that, um, literally, it's like we got neighbors who like have garage sales twice a year. Like we have a neighborhood garage sale twice a year. Even like talking to some people on the HOA board, stuff like that. Like I could probably get this in the hands of some neighbors to test out. Um, Beyond that, I think that's where you actually start having to do some sort of outreach. Like unless I am able to introduce some sort of social component that actually helps it kind of grow organically. Um, I haven't given that any thought though. So, so I think the first thing to do here is, let me see. I want, let's pull back to Tally Draw here. All right, I want, how do I just do a new one? Yes, okay, cool. Um, I want a page with, let's see, what is this? Oh, cool. All right. So we'll have like a big banner at the top, obviously. Like it's going to be a very run-of-the-mill little website, right? Like nothing special. Um, I'll probably have like a few images here. Um, right. Um, well, nothing special. I'm gonna have some content blocks, so I'll probably have like, you know, a headline with a like a centered headline with some more text, you know, here, or we might have like a few variations. Well, let's just do some more of some, because why not? We'll just do like these first two sentences. All right. And all right. And then we might do like another one, another like variation with, you know, a little headline and some text. Again, super basic stuff here. And we'd probably do the inverse of that. And then at the bottom, like have the ability to basically do this layout. You know, I'm not exactly sure what the content's going to be yet, but I'll probably have like a few of these like centered ones and maybe a few of these like image with offset text ones, like describing different features of the truck. You know, like different upgrades I've done to it, stuff like that. I did look into the naming of this. I don't think I can't have like Ford or F-250 in the um, like in the domain name if it would be in any way confused with Ford as a company. So I'm going to be like really specific, you know, um, like maybe even as dumb as Brandon, Mississippi, or 39047 F250 for sale.com or something like that, just something like insane. But like, because that won't be confused with Ford, or hopefully won't be confused with Ford. But like, no one's going to see the domain anyway. That's like the point. Like, they don't need to like remember a domain to type in. They just need to like, they can literally even take a picture if they know about this feature, because a lot of people don't know about this feature. If you literally take a picture of my truck when you're going down the road, you can look back at it in your Photos app, and like uh, your phone can still like recognize the QR code in the photo. So let's see, is Trey back? Yep, I think Trey is back. Hey, dude.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, you're on.
Sick. Okay.
Sorry, I didn't see it. You joined.
Oh, you're good, dude. You're good. All
Um,
right. You're doing the website?
uh, yeah, I'll put this on hold. I'm just working on this like F250 thing,
Yep.
but
Yep.
uh, yeah. So I'll wrap that up later because it's really just basically adding like some buttons to contact me because that's all V1 is going to be. I'm not going to facilitate any like uh, financial transaction or anything. I'm literally just going to give a button to send an email or a button to maybe schedule a showing where they can schedule a time to come see it. And outside of that, I'm not doing anything else. Like that's literally V1. So, all right, Trey. What are you furiously typing up?
I was messaging a few people back. So on the team call, I asked for the team's recommendations on YouTube channels that I could do fairly low cost, like $5,000 or less, advertising for the month of May. And I got submissions from several people. I was just taking a look at them.
Mm. Well, uh, Chris Williamson was fairly cheap, right?
Yeah, he wasn't super expensive. His are booked out for the next 6 months.
Uh,
I talked to him about that the last time I was in Austin very briefly. He's booked out for forever. Not a big deal. Like I'll still do it eventually, but I'm not going to spend the money on it right now because who knows what we look like in 6 months.
yeah, makes sense. Um, I'll think on that some too. I think most of the ones that I can think of are probably pretty booked out too.
Yeah, it might not be possible. I'm gonna give it a shot at least. I think like
Mm.
medium-sized YouTube channels between like 100K and a million is the sweet spot to be able to just get in there very short term.
Yeah, it's just we're not like we don't have a. If we had like a bunch more courses um, live, I would be able to maybe be more specific. Like if we had like a finance course, we could maybe like do a promo with a finance channel, and they could like take the finance course, and if they like it, they could like um, they could actually recommend it or share it.
Yeah, an
But
idea I had, I just don't have the time to do now. But an idea I have is exactly that, or a modified version of that, which is to reach out to one of these guys, say, "Hey, we'll pay you X amount of dollars to create a course, and then pay you X amount of dollars to show the course on your channel."
hmm. um, yeah, I'll think some more about that. As far as this, our next to do, set up a public repo. I think we're going to use Google Drive for now, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm just going to make a folder. Nope, new folder. Duopreneurs. Okay, I think, can we move this to Duopreneurs. Okay. And then in here, we can do sheet. Let's do Duopreneurs idea backlog as our first one here. What else do we have? Actually, let's just do it even like simpler. This is just going to be called dashboard. The first sheet will be the ideas backlog. Next one will be active projects, and we can just like add some other sheets if we need them.
Nice.
I don't even know what's going on here yet, but I'm going to give you.
Oh, also add the base quotes worksheet.
Yes. And then I'm going to hit anyone with the link. And now we have that link to share. And we can actually put that on, we'll actually make like our own website too, maybe this weekend, and make these links shorter. So we can just have like redirects to this stuff. So let's see, set up website with redirects to Google Docs. All right, dashboard here. Where was the based quotes? Okay, I'm gonna move. I can't move it because I don't own it. Hold on, maybe I can give you editor access to this folder and then it'll let me.
Or duplicate it.
Share tray. You have editor access. All right, cool. Yeah, well, if I duplicate it, then you won't be able to. You'll have to edit the new version.
Yeah, that's fine.
If you try to edit
send me the link to it. Yeah, you can just do that and send me the link to it. Save us some trouble.
Okay. These quotes. Duopreneurs. All right. It's in the folder that I shared with you, but it's there now.
Perfect.
All right. Let's put that in there. You should have access. Let me know if you can't see that folder. You should have access to it though.
Got it. Let me go look.
Yeah, you do. You do. Cool. All right. So that's done. What else? Open projects, tasks. Yeah. Let's see. To-dos. I do. We can edit these however we need, but I'm going to count that done for now. That's pretty much all we need right now. All right. What social media platforms do we want to be on? Let's see. Twitter. I know you're a big TikTok guy. You want to do that?
Yep. Do that right now.
Baldwin said he's surprised to see no Milton Friedman quotes.
Oh, they're coming. They're coming. So the problem is trying to make these quasi-motivational because that's the bot we're trying to replace. There's a lot of base quotes you can put in here that aren't necessarily motivational, and I will include some of those. Yeah, I'm sure Friedman has some good ones. I'm gonna work on that in a minute. Doing some learn stuff right now. Let's see here. Don't have an account. Sign up. Use phone or
No,
email.
no Jesus in here either.
Does he have good motivational quotes? Can he
Well,
motivate you?
depends on what you want to be motivated to do.
Right.
Motivated to have your soul saved from the eternal wrath of God? Yes.
That would be good motivation. It would be. At the same time, I don't want to restrict us to just a Christian audience. Although I'm sure most base people are by default Christian, so.
I don't know if that's true, but I also don't think that most base people are like they're at least if they're in America, they tend to be like Christian sympathizers.
Right.
Have I seen PHIND? Was ChatGPT using the processing these quotes? Probably.
Ah, shoot, I need a new email to create the Duopreneur account.
For TikTok?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Well, we can set up an email address.
All right, I'm gonna wait to set this up until we get an email address set up.
Have you seen? I have not seen Find yet. What is this? Oh, find. Okay, I get it. Um, let's see. All right, let's make a Google account here. Create account. I don't know. It's kind of just personal. Duopreneurs. Perfect. Perfect. Mel, baby. Oh, man. Preneurs Duo at gmail.com. Duo.preneurs. No. Duopreneurs. Show? Sure. We are going to make password here. Okay. It's like I lost Trey. Good old Streamlabs, baby. All right. I'm making a password.
Kind of amazing a browser window can crash. I've never had that happen.
Probably a memory leak.
Yeah, I was looking at it and it just crashed and hard refreshed itself.
Oh, it refreshed itself?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Let's do this. Sorry, I'm making a password. It's duopreneurshow@gmail.com.
I like it.
Yeah, we can always change it later. I don't care. All right. We have an email address. So now you can sign up for whatever you want.
Sick. Can you? I'm gonna have to get a. 2FA code from that. Can you text me the password real quick?
Yes.
Duopreneurs show.
Yes.
2 S's or 1 S?
2 S's.
Show@gmail.com. Why does iMessage think that's a link?
I guess dot
because
JQ.
dot .jq.
Hmm.
Jakarta, maybe?
So the last characters of our email password, dot .jq. Good luck. Good luck, guys.
Somebody can
6
figure that out.
viewers.
Super impressed.
Guys, we are popping off. 6 viewers, baby.
Let's go. Who do you people would want to watch 2 idiots do things?
One of them is you.
Correct.
So,
One of them is Matt.
okay. And one is Baldwin, who's been with us, I think, every stream.
Baldwin rules.
So that leaves 3 unknown people. I would love to know who they are.
I refuse to tell my mom about this because she'll be on there every time commenting constantly.
It's probably our wives.
Gotta be. Son of a...
What's
Have
up,
you made
Fatten?
a TikTok account? Have you ever made a TikTok account, JC?
Regretfully.
So we need a phone number. Because my
Yes.
phone number is... Oh, here we go. Hold on. I got it. Sign up with email. I missed a option in their little option menu because the option is gray, and I associate gray with unclickable. That's bad.
Where are you
UI.
from? Where are you from, Fatten? Also, do I know you IRL? Because I don't think I know any screen name. I don't think I recognize your screen name from Twitter or anything. There's your verification code on my screen.
All right, let me get it real quick so nobody else can use it. There we go. That worked.
Follow me on Twitter. Cool. Appreciate that, brother. Ohio. Cool. What do you do for work? Are you a software engineer too?
All right, TikTok is created.
Sick. I think Instagram is another obvious one.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's it though. Like I can't think of anything else. Oh, Matt's a big Laravel fan, right? No, wait, that's Alex. Alex is a Laravel fan. We have a friend named Alex who loves it, Laravel.
Man, why is every Sentry error alert a TRPC error?
What'd you say?
I was just complaining. I said, why is every Sentry error alert a TRPC error?
Well, it's probably not
Literally
really a
every one of them.
TRPC error. It's just TRPC is catching the error. It's most of them are originating from our authentication provider. We will not name because I'm not giving them any publicity.
No, because they
because
are
I'm moving
not
off the
good.
platform ASAP.
Yeah. Literally, like as soon as we get these subscriptions launched, that's the next big project.
All right, I got Twitter done. You got TikTok done. You want me to handle Instagram? See,
Yeah, go ahead. I'll do some other, send some more investor
actually,
emails for Learn real quick.
my phone is recording my face right now. I will set up the Instagram when we get off.
Sounds good.
All right. Do you want to share your screen and go um, do your Fiverr magic?
Heck yeah. All right.
Give us some tips.
I will. I'll talk you through this as I do it. All right. So let me go over here to this. Let's go screen share. Entire screen, screen 2, share. Okay. First things first, we are going to make an account, obviously, with
One second. Let me
Duopreneurs.
get your screen up. All right.
That's fine. I'm just making my account really quickly. There we go.
Okay.
Okay. Let's go
Wait, is
here.
that it? That's nope. That's not what I want. Nope. Yep. Add new source. I am such a Streamlabs noob here. All right, there we go. And then we put this under our stuff. Do this. You don't have a weird aspect ratio like I do. Perfect.
Yeah, on the screen. There we go. I was just going to ask you to do that. Perfect. That's good. Okay. So first thing you want to do is sort down to the timeline you need it in. So I want to get this pretty quickly because that often rules out a lot of people immediately that like want to take their sweet time. Sometimes you can set a budget constraint, but I don't like to do that initially because you'll miss out on some gems sometimes. And I have found logo design is one of those things where you kind of get what you pay for. I've done this several times with Prospero for sub brands that I was building at the time. The filtering is everything here. So obviously you want to restrict yourself to English. If I don't find anybody I like, I'll restrict it to the US. US people are always more expensive, but they're also typically better for reasons unknown to me. And then I like to sort also by top rated initially, just because although they'll sometimes be more expensive, again, you get what you pay for here. So, and I want to filter this as much as humanly possible. Now let's look at what logo options they have. This is going to be the key. All right, let's see what style we want. We're either going to do minimalist or modern probably, but I'll leave for now. We want a vector file, so I'll click that and then apply. All right, now this is a bit of a manual process, but quite literally, I'm going to scroll through page 1 here. Any of these that I see their example that they have on top that I like, I will click on and go look at. So let me just scroll through here. This is very like kind of intuitive, if you will. This is as much art as it is science. All right, let's see here. I like some up at the top. I like the kind of simple minimalist type logo. So let's go up here. This first guy actually looks pretty good. So let's go see what he looks like. All right. So
that's literally what I always do is like who has the most like high reviews, and I just pick them.
All right, he's been doing this since 2018. He's in Pakistan. Now that's a bit of a yellow flag, only because of the time lag difference and the cultural context difference. I have found you'd be amazed how much cultural context makes a difference for this. So his examples are going to have to blow me away for me to go with this guy because he's in Pakistan. So let's see. I'm trying to remember. I haven't used Fiverr in a while. I've used Upwork a lot. I'm trying to see. They usually have a portfolio. All right, let's create a list really quickly. I'll just start collating some of these logo designers. All right, let's see. Do you have more examples here, sir? Yes, he does. All right, let's see here. His style is clearly simple. He likes geometric, fractal, or repeating or symmetrical patterns. See, a lot of these are mid. He's not blowing me away.
For that, I'm out.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to go back now. But so we'll keep him on the list. But between Pakistan and he's not like blowing my mind, you got to keep looking. So line art. Neon, like a cyberpunk line art style could be pretty good. Let's see what this person's got. First, let's go see what they're about. India, see, it's also not great. Again, the time difference and the cultural context difference is just sometimes insurmountable. Yeah, that's a good one. This guy's better. This guy's clearly better. Seems to exclusively do line art. Yeah, he exclusively does line art. All right, I'm going to add this guy to the list, but he's a maybe. I don't know how I feel about the line art. Where's the add to list button? There it is. Save to my first list. There we go. All right, let's see here. Let's keep going. All right, I'm going to do something really quickly. I'm getting nothing but India, which can be quite annoying. So let's just see how expensive the US people are.
I had a great experience with a South American designer. I got the Devlifts logo for $35.
Nice. Let's do this then. Let's go US and
Shoot, yeah, it was Argentina to be specific, but
Argentina. We'll do Colombia. We'll do Chile. Okay. Do Venezuela as well. Apply. All right, there we go. Now let's see what we got. I have had great success with Central American as well. Obviously, working in Honduras, I work with a lot of Hondurans. Their designers are typically pretty good. This one's pretty good.
so yeah, a few different styles there.
Yep. So Fadden, I tried that. We'll have a video of that up on our YouTube, but it didn't work at all. Like not even a little bit. I spent like an hour or 45 minutes doing it. The problem is Stable Diffusion and other AI art algorithms are terrible with letters. So I couldn't include the name of the show or the name of the platform in the logo at all trying to use Stable Diffusion. This is a little on the expensive side, but I like the symmetry. Ooh, this girl's clearly very talented.
Yeah, I like this. I like her use of
This is
colors.
the best. Yeah, this is the best so far by far.
That's like what's in my head when I thought of this was kind of like a very colorful like that blue and purple up there, like duotone kind of vibe.
With like a cyberpunk neon type color scheme.
Yeah, but like in my mind, it feels like almost childish. I don't know why I feel
The
get that
the
that vibe.
cyberpunk.
No.
Okay,
Like when I envision Duopreneurs, like it feels like the logo in my mind feels kind of like childlike.
gotcha. Interesting. Okay, so this is
I think
some
it's because I'm
thoughts.
associating with Duolingo subconsciously.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. So this is just some very high level thoughts I've pulled together on like guidance I would give the designer. So since I've already kind of preloaded this and I was walked through it very quickly. So obviously I want it to incorporate the name. I want it to incorporate something that references that we're focused on software and technology. And I want it to emphasize the collaborative nature of this, using either intertwined, connected, or symmetrical elements of some sort. I want to use the kind of cyberpunk futuristic color scheme because I think it also fits quite well into what we're doing and the kind of futuristic tech focus of what we're up to. And me and JC both just like that color scheme. It even laid out, I used GPT for part of this to get the color codes and stuff. I did quite well at this. Even telling me stuff like fonts. I've used Roboto before. I think it's probably one we'll go with. And then the idea of kind of geometric shapes, kind of masculine, simple, clean, and geometric came up repeatedly as I was kind of ideating around this. So I think that'll give you roughly what you need for the designer. And I want an icon, and we'll need it. So there's like different logo styles, right? Some of them are just icons, some of them are just words, and some of them are icons plus words. So what we're going to do is icon plus the name, because then what that gives you is maximum flexibility. In places where you need a banner or you have a letterhead, areas where you can use the full name and icon, it's nice to have both in a cohesive design package. But also, if you need an icon, if you need an avatar, if you need an AVI, you can use just the icon, and it becomes the kind of directly symbolic of your brand. So we're going to want something that includes both an icon and the words themselves. So let's start with Danielle. So the way I like to do these, one concept included, logo transparency. Let's see what premium looks like. 2 concepts included.
Dang. Only 2.
Yeah, that's not many.
She's good though, so maybe that's fine.
So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go contact, then we're going to do this. Well, not let me type.
Custom quote?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do.
Chat bots, let me type. Man. Oh my gosh. Oh, no, it's up at the top. It's up at the top. Yep.
Oh, that's weird. Okay, I'm glad you said that. I didn't realize that.
We're smart.
Right.
So what do you guys think about this format? Do you like just watching, like, is this too much, doing literally everything live? Is there some things that we should just do ourselves? We're kind of playing with this, but we thought that doing everything live means that people can go back and watch any of these and see all the different thoughts we had and different.
Why is the text window this small? Do you see this?
I do.
That is absolutely bizarre.
I'm going to resist the urge to help you debug it in the dev tools. Because
of course
that's not important right now. It's not a good use of time. But like everything in me wants to say right click and let's fix it.
Right.
Cool. They said they liked the format. That's cool. I was worried that it would just be like you're not going to be able to keep people, but maybe you will for the right audience. Maybe you do keep people. I mean, I watched this coding stream and the guy keeps people for hours.
Right.
So I guess it depends on who's in the audience, and if they don't have the time or attention span, or we're not interesting enough, like they can always just watch the YouTube videos because that'll be where the highlights are anyway.
I'm just summarizing and shortening the stuff that I have over here.
We need 10 more followers for Twitch partnership.
So close.
Guys, if there's one person who you think would enjoy this stream or might enjoy the YouTube videos, please send them our stream right now. Just so we can try to get to 50 followers real quick. Clicky clacky.
There we go. Okay, so what I'm doing there is providing preliminary guidance. I'm asking for clarification on her vision. So I can work with just one concept if we give her, so what you put into design is what you get out of it. So the more upfront guidance you can give a designer, and it's much better to go overboard than go underboard on this. The more upfront guidance you can give a designer, the better they're going to do the first go around. So because of that, I'm fairly confident I can give enough feedback and enough guidance up front to get a good early concept. What's unclear is how many rounds of revisions you get through that. It's never going to be right the first time, and it's often not right the second time, and sometimes it's not even right the third time. So you need to kind of revise and edit it as you go along. But she didn't include any clarification on this, and I'm asking up front because I've gotten in sticky situations before where I just assumed a few rounds of revision were included, and they weren't. And I had a designer that I already paid on Upwork half of what they were. I paid them half up front. Was going to pay half at completion. And I sent it to them, and what we wanted. They sent back the first round, and I was like, "All right, this is the right direction, but here's some feedback." And they were like, "No, you don't get any revisions. This is it." And I was like,
Yeah.
"Okay."
She does have unlimited revisions on the listing, though.
Right. Yeah, you're right. I want to make sure. I want to make sure she's okay with that before we move forward. And then if that's the case, I think this will totally be worth the money. And then I want to see what her work samples are. And there's like a critical component of this, which is just asking like, what immediately comes to mind for this. I'm not asking her to draw anything or do any work for me up front. Just verbally describe top of mind in a sentence or two what she's thinking for it, and that will give us like 60 to 70% of the kind of clarity on if she'll go in the right direction with it or not, which is key for these. And I also want her to send me some other work samples besides just what she has here, so I have a little bit more to look at. But I think this one will probably be a good fit. So the way I like to do this is I'll send this. I'm so glad I said that. I'll send this to a couple of designers and see what I get back. And I usually do 3. It's a nice, simple format. And then the one we like the most is the one we'll go with. So now we're going to send message.
Cool.
Okay. And then we're just going to do this for 2 more. I copied the feedback. I just got to change the name and we'll be good to go. I don't know why it won't let me click the back button. Oh, because I opened it in the new tab. I forgot I did that. All right. So let me take one more look here. These are really good. This guy's really good. Yeah, this guy's really, really good. All right, I'm going to message this guy.
He's like in the first 2 listings there. You had 2 different ones.
I didn't realize that.
Did you see that? Yeah, the first one on the left was his too.
All right, so we're going to go contact me. We're going to paste. Stupid tiny context window.
We're not going to fix it. Not going to fix it.
We're going to do him. And then let's do one more. This caught my eye. Let's see what we're working with here. They have, oh, okay, I was about to say they have a 1 color palette and they stick with it.
I really like that mixtape logo there.
This one,
no.
Oh, this one, yeah, no, I was going to this one next. Yeah, these are really good too. All right, this will be the 3rd one we do. These are great.
Oh, I like that Vice one too. That was cool.
Yeah, these are really good. All right. Do that one.
I like retro aesthetic too.
Me too. Cool. Contact me button doesn't. Oh, there it goes. Paste it. Jessica. Send message. All right. So that's all we're going to do for this from now. We'll come back to this whenever I get responses from any of these people, and I'll show you guys what that negotiation process looks like and the whole workflow. And we will go from there for this one. I like something else I noticed was that very first person. She included a mini brand book as well. What that means is she'll give us color codes and suggested fonts too, which would be ideal. Make JC's building of the website much easier, or just give some stuff to work with there in terms of just colors and fonts, as well as anything else we make to give a cohesive look and feel to the brand. One thing you really want to avoid, if at all possible, when doing brand building is not having thought through the full stack of the brand. So you say you design a logo and then nothing else. Well, then you don't have any idea how to artistically and aesthetically make the text that you're going to use, or the colors you're going to use, or the design patterns that you're going to use, and how these things interplay together in a way that is cohesive and makes sense and looks and feels professional and put together. So I really like that she included a mini brand book in what she was up to. So we'll see what kind of response we get from them.
Awesome.
Awesome. All right. I will cease sharing my screen now. We'll go back to yours, JC.
All right.
There we go.
Let's see. Cool. So I think we have. I need to make the Instagram, which I'll do on my phone when we're not streaming because my phone is pointed at me right now. And then that's in progress. We need to set up the YouTube channels and all that. That's probably the next thing to do, but that's going to go a little bit better once we have a brand. I'm going to go ahead and like set up the account, I guess, but once we have like our brand, we'll want to get another designer to make our YouTube art.
Yep.
Or maybe the same person if she's down.
You just reminded me of something that I didn't even think of, or I thought about last night. I thought about today. That's not on the list, which is talking about video editing for the YouTube channel. I have like rudimentary, and I want to stress rudimentary ability to edit. Really, what that means is like I could cut sections, and that's about it. I can. It's also one of those things I know I can learn pretty quickly. So not a big deal if you want me to do that, or if we want to see if we can find somebody really cheap that we can pay to do that. I think those two are going to be the best options. Either I can do it or we pay somebody to do it. And another sub aspect of that is the intro. YouTube intros are a thing, they kind of set the tone for the show. So we will want to as well at some point, this doesn't have to be immediate, but over the next few weeks, get someone to make us a cool YouTube intro that we can start our videos with.
Yeah, I'm fine with the with intros. I think intros are gimmicky. Like I don't none of the like channels that I like watch regularly do them. When I do see one, it's almost always on like a smaller channel, and it makes me feel like they're trying too hard. But
Interesting. Okay.
But
we can kick that one down the road then.
Yeah, I don't care if we have one either though. Like if you want to do one, that's cool. For editing, I think like we can. I have some experience in like iMovie and stuff, but we could also like we could just derp around with it tomorrow and Saturday on stream with a few different software. Like I'd like to try Premiere.
I have Premiere Pro.
Yeah, I'd like to try Premiere because I got some advice from a large YouTuber a few weeks ago, and he said he would recommend checking out Premiere and that it was pretty easy to pick up if I just watched some YouTube videos.
That's correct.
So also, if we have people who are watching who are good at editing videos, who might be able to give us some pointers on stream, like Les Street Lamp, that might be good too.
I just assume Matt knows how to do everything unless proven otherwise.
Yeah. So I guess we can make the maybe tonight or tomorrow, like next stream, we'll go ahead and set up the YouTube channels, or we might just go ahead and do that, like go ahead and set up the account, like get the username or whatever, like off stream. But it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah. Hey, this is unrelated,
Yep.
but even unrelated to Duopreneurs, is just a quick question. What was the name of that CRM software you recommended to me?
Clay. Here, I'll send you another invite because I want the referral.
I need to set up a CRM for all these investors I'm about to reach out to for Learn Arena that I got from one of our investors.
Sweet. Here you go, brother man.
Go see if some of the investors I've let into the platform have actually logged in. Let me go check Clerk real quick. So nice, I can see everything they do. Yeah, they have logged in. Let's check them out. All right, good.
Sweet. I think it's probably a good stopping point for this stream today. We have this public Google folder now, which I will put in the chat real quick. Let's see, anyone with the link, copy the link. Yep, there we go. And then let's see. We probably need to add some to-dos here. We can start adding our ideas to this backlog. It'd be like whoever has like some spreadsheet foo, like some spreadsheet shops, can maybe help us make a better spreadsheet eventually. But
Which one? The idea spreadsheet?
yeah, like just help us do some like some good like um, formulas and stuff to have statuses for our ideas and all that.
Yeah.
But uh, right now we're trying to keep it simple. Like I'm a really really big nerd about productivity software, and but I know myself, and I'll spend hours setting up a bunch of productivity stuff if I let myself do that. So I'm trying to just keep it stupid simple. Um, cool. I think next stream. So let's just set up. I'm going to set up the Instagram, and then set up to at least reserve the channels and stuff. Like get that stuff created off stream,
Mm-hmm.
or just maybe even, or at least just like we don't have to like sync up for that per se, but I can just get that done. Um, and then next stream, I think we can review any kind of Fiverr feedback we've gotten so far, and then we can actually probably dig into based quotes a little bit, and then
Let's do it.
we also should probably, well, it's probably gonna be a long stream actually because we also need to look at the video editing for at least a half hour.
Yeah.
So tomorrow's stream might be a little longer than today's, but it's an hour and
Absolutely.
a half. I think it's a good time to call it. We
Sounds
actually
good.
still have 6 viewers, which is awesome.
Phew.
You guys are awesome.
Thank you guys for being here, and give us any feedback you have on any part of this. JC, I had a random thought earlier today. This was probably more trouble than it's worth, but if we could have like some sort of non-copyright and quiet background music while we do this, it's nice for me.
Yeah,
I always listen to
definitely.
music while I'm doing everything, and then I feel like it would make it a little like a lot more entertaining. A lot of streamers I watch do that.
Yeah, I know there's ways to do that. Like, I'm pretty sure on Twitch natively. If not, I know there's another like copyright free service out there that hooks up to Twitch. I know these things exist. I just have never set them up before.
Same. All right, we'll figure that out at some point. Not a
And
urgent
my
thing though.
only time to work on this stuff is literally like when we're streaming. So
Yep. Same.
we just have, yeah, I just have to like find time to do it. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good idea. I think some background music would be lovely.
Awesome. Well, we'll do it. All right, sounds good. Thank everybody for joining. We'll see you.